Welcome back to another episode of the Free Idea Podcast. This time is not the morning, but the afternoon right after work. And let's start strong with some ideas right now, like Bluetooth fences that tell you when an intruder breaks through. Or how about a sprinkler line that tells you when somebody punctures it or breaks through? All right. We're going somewhere. We're going somewhere with this. We're going somewhere. We're starting strong. Very strong. We're starting. We're starting, and I'm out of ideas. That's it. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much. How about signs with LEDs or glow in the dark stars for your ceiling? Dude, I loved that when I was a kid, and my cousins had a ceiling full of glowing stars. It was the best. That was the best. What happened to that? We need some adult version of glowing objects that you can paste in your ceiling. Oh, that was so fun. I remember glowing stars in the ceiling. It was so magical. And I would just be lost watching those stars, not being able to sleep, but it was just incredible to watch them. My God, it was incredible to be a kid back in the day. Which brings me to the point of, excuse me, what about the phones and the kids using phones? It really was that damn phone. Like Mama said, it really was that damn phone. Because I remember I would get entertained with the most mundane thing now that I think about the glowing stars in the ceiling. I would also get entertained about the glowing colors at night on the walls. And you're wondering, why are you watching glowing colors on the wall? Excuse me, have you ever watched the darkness for a long period of time and then your eyes just start hallucinating colors, little dots like an old TV on static, but it's all colorful dots? Yes, that was fun. Closing my eyes and just looking at colorful dots. Mm-hmm. That is right. That is right. So if that was entertaining at a very early age, what are these phones doing to their little brains? They're very easily entertained brains. Oh, and then I had these computer games that were so fun, like medieval a medieval castle wall, but I had to complete math problems in order to throw a catapult and break the wall. And the graphics was super shitty, but the music was nice. And I mean, the graphics to today's standards is shitty. Probably like a 2D PowerPoint presentation. But back in the day, those graphics looked great. It was such a fun game. It was a CD that came in a cereal box. I would love to have that CD again just to go over it and just reminisce in my childhood. And then I had this other game where it was asteroids crashing on Earth, and I had a laser gun. And if I completed these math problems with like addition, subtraction, and division, I would shoot these asteroids, and then they would break apart, and there would be little asteroids and little math equations. And then I always failed when I had the subtraction and the division. Those were so much more complicated than the addition. But it was nice, huh? That entertained me a lot. A lot. Entertainment! Then I had another video game that was about a school with cute music and figures and shapes, and it was super educational. Very nice. And then I had the Gaspar the Ghost, Gasparin, the friendly ghost, neighborhood ghost. Y'all know about it? I knew it in Spanish. I don't know in English. But there was a game for that where you would make sauces and potions. The stuff that would entertain me back in the day was incredible. And then my brain was like super rot free. That MapleStory video game that was a 2D game was super entertaining. If you play that today, it's pretty much dying because there's no clip that you can put on TikTok about super amazing gameplay. It's the most boring, tedious MMO gameplay of just killing the same monster, bro. Now it's blue. Now it's a blue mushroom. Oh, did you just level up? Now it's a green mushroom. Did you just go to the next stage 30 levels later? Well, congratulations. You can kill now a yellow mushroom. That was pretty good. Music was okay. I liked it. But for a rotten-free brain, it was pretty nice. I wonder how it is now with kids today. They have such good games, but at the same time, pretty bad games. But if their papa knows about good games, they can introduce them to good games like Smash Melee. Oh, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That game is good. Smash Melee. It has such a weird name that I never thought about it because I kept playing it as a kid until I tell adults in my age group that I used to play Smash Bros. And they always take a couple seconds and they always say the same joke. So you were smashing bros? Like, no, sir, that's how it's called, Smash Bros. And I'll play it all day long, all night long. And it was fun. It was about beating up other Nintendo characters. Nintendo 69. So that was fun. That was fun. What is the idea there? Probably no idea other than it is that damn phone. I've been watching some videos on old tech versus new tech. I've been getting into the arcade machines that you can mod so that you can put 1,000 video games in there about the old game styles, the old fighting games and Metal Slug and Pac-Man and Galaga, all those. That was pretty good. Then people my age just posting on YouTube weird things about how, I don't know, I'm trying to focus over here and try for these fuckers are pulling some moves out of Wingstop right here. The fuck is this? Oh my God. Why do we even have roads in Austin? Yeah, let's have flying cars. Let's see how that goes. People falling from the sky, driving right under the other person, riding right on top of the other person, like, giving free scratches to all the paint jobs. My God, it'll be like, shit, no way. I mean, it'll be super fun if we had flying cars for sure. It'll be so fun. But if we had flying cars, believe it or not, we would still have traffic. Oh, we're such wonderful creatures, the human beings. We are such wonderful creatures that I bet you 1,000,000,000,000%. If we have flying cars, we will still have traffic. We'll figure out a way to have traffic. It will be so good. We would be doing so good and somehow still have traffic. I'm predicting this future in 2,000 years from now. You heard it here, folks, at the Free Idea Podcast. Flying cars will have traffic. What else? I forgot what we're talking about, but it really is the damn phone. So people at my age are making videos on the old technology. They're just refusing to use new technology or refusing to be on the phone. So instead of being on the phone, they're like playing old technology games like Nintendo Switch 2, if you believe that's old technology. In my day of today, anything over 2 months old, it's old. So I guess that matches. And they're just talking about how to day-to-day this and that, the positives of the Nintendo Switch versus using your phone. No commercials, straight to the phone. You can pause, pick it up later. There's no commitment. There's no those advertisements that pop in your face, unskippable cutscenes. Pretty good, yeah. Handheld devices for video games, sure. Game Boy Advance, all the good stuff. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah, I guess old technology has its own place in the world. It's a good place for it right now that people want to escape it. What I'm very curious is why is it people of my age that are returning to the old tech? Probably because we're being nostalgic. Is it true that it's better than new tech? In some aspect, it is true. I wouldn't say in every aspect. Now, currently, I have a homeless man walking in front of me. He has some kind of drip. That is, oh my God, he's wearing a gagging collar, like a dog collar, and very short shorts. Now I didn't even know if he's homeless. He just might be specimen of Austin right now. Almost sounds like a joke, but we used to joke that people dress like homeless people and homeless people look like normal citizens. This one looks like normal citizen now. It's from Austin. Back in the day, we used to wear suits, and back in my day, things were nice. We have ties, and we have long skirts and decency. And then in the U.S., every time you walk, you're homeless, no matter what you're wearing. It's just how it is. You don't matter if you have a Ferrari parked in your car. If you're walking, you are homeless. Immediately. Homeless. Immediately. Poor. You need to be driving at all times. If you are walking in Europe, you're just a traveler, a backpacker, a normal citizen of the land. But in the U.S., if you walk, poor. I don't make the rules, guys. I just play the game. And I notice. I notice very well. I'm a noticer. Guys, I've slowly stayed away from the news. It's been great. It's been wonderful. I haven't earned any extra money by doing that. I haven't even affected my local politics after I stopped doing that. I haven't passed any law after I stopped watching the news. My day to day hasn't changed one bit. I still do one goddamn hour of traffic to 1 hour and 30 minutes of traffic. Whether I look at the news or not, whether I get angry that Trump threw another missile somewhere or that more immigrants are going to another country, spoiling the laws of the land, or some politician made a comment about another politician. Professional adult gossip. I've stayed away from that. My life hasn't changed one bit. I'm still paying the same amount of money. I still have the same licenses and credentials. But you know what has improved? My health mental. That has improved vastly. I'm still a depressed little fucker, but at least I'm not depressed with current events, just with my own self. That's beautiful. By the way, that was a joke. I'm not depressed. Let's just say I see life with very gray lenses. Let's just say that I was molded by the dark, grown in the dark. So I'm past that. Past that. I'm beyond depression. I have evolved. Nothing can hurt. Anyways, I better not say that because life will find a way. Life will always find a way. Just like a plant on the concrete growing, it finds a way to be a thorn in your thumb. I forgot completely what we're talking about, so I'm just going to move on. Traffic in Austin is picking up. I think teachers are coming back to school. Congratulations to them. They have another year to look forward to. The downfall of our society with kids that can barely pay attention and make decisions for themselves or study because the phone has taken over. For a majority of them. Something I noticed? The kids that were struggling the most versus the kids that were in advanced classes, it really was the damn phone. When I had those kids that were in advanced classes that like to read, were smart, went above and beyond in their work, they barely used a phone. One, because they didn't have one, or two, because they didn't want one. This motherfucker just fucking cut me off. I do not give a damn if you're driving a Maserati. This little guy didn't even put a signal. My God, these people. Yeah, I don't know if this podcast is for kids anymore. I've been kind of loose with my vulgar language. I don't know. Maybe some future I'll make it kid friendly. But after I became a teacher and saw what sixth graders were saying and what they were watching on the internet, I'm like, the hell am I? Who am I? Who am I kidding when I keep it PG-13? What is even PG-13? PG-13 right now is everything under the sun, including cutting people's hearts and eating them. No, I'm not joking. That's what I saw students show me. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, I saw that stuff too when I was young. But I saw it a little older, maybe around 15. Not at 13 or 12. But I saw that stuff. I'm like, who am I protecting by just being PG-13? Who am I protecting, guys? Come on, who are we protecting by being clean? Who? Let's be honest to ourselves. Who? Maybe the family that is watching together my podcast, and it's a clean family, and it's very awkward to do insults because they don't allow insults in their family. But everybody knows that when they're out of there, they're insulting back and forth and using all types of vulgar words. I don't know who I'm protecting from life, from normal citizenship in the U.S. and every other country out there in the world. Am I protecting Disney? Because Disney is like gay right now, very strongly gay, like hardcore. Not that it's a problem. It's a problem when you make bad movies. That's a problem. When they make bad movies and some decisions don't make sense. That's a problem. But anyways, who are they protecting? I tell you, nobody, that's for sure. They're not protecting the Lord Jesus Christ. That forbids that type of stuff. Not like I go to church anyways. And when you point a finger, 4 fingers are pointing at you. So when I point at someone, I'm pointing at myself. And that's the finger pointing contest that we all lose. It's pretty rant. I did go over some ideas. How about an idea here on Austin traffic? How about everything is a highway? How about that? How about we make absolutely everything into a highway speed limit of 65 and above? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting word that that's already happening. Oh, well, Austin always taking my good ideas to heart. And I'm mentioning in this city because that's where I'm at right now, but it's literally every city in Texas. Unless the cops are really like tough on speeding. Which, if you heard, we have those flock cameras, which I saw a little bit on it. Very strange gray area that sounds very illegal. We're turning into China. I've always believed that China was ahead of the game. We are China. It's just that they beat us to it first. We are eventually going to go there as well as every other country as long as they can and can afford it. They all will have cameras and some type of citizenship score system. It's just the way that it is going to be. Technology lends itself so well to managing large amounts of data, and people can be turned into data. So we all will be a number very soon, guys. I mean, we already are a number. We already are a number. Just depends who is the one calculating it. Is it a human or a robot? But those flock cameras are appearing everywhere. We are being recorded everywhere we go. Some people are cutting them down. They prop them up again. And then police now will be sending you the bill because you like passed the red light directly to your house in the mail. And then in the future, it'll just charge your bank account automatically, just like China does it already. And the police will have all your photos of all the places and all laws that you've broken when they apply for your citizenship, because you've been obviously living here for 10 years without citizenship. And when you ask for a passport, they'll see that as well. This is the future that we're going. Is it a better future? Good future? I don't know. Is it the safe future? Probably not. Probably not. If you live in a city, there's not really much freedom to do anything anyways. I don't know who's out there really using their free will to the max, but I don't think anybody here is really using their free will to the max. We're just kind of chill about it. Maybe the homeless are the only ones using their free will. Maybe that guy with the dark collar and very short shorts is using his free will to the max, while I'm over here in the low tier, low key, living a very mundane 9 to 5 work life, or like more like 5 to 7 a.m. No, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. because of this dumb traffic. But it do be the way that it do be, my people. It do be the way that it do be. Here's an idea. Instead of flock cameras, because they're going to get banned, well, let's just imagine they do. We could have private drones flying all over the city, because that's what's going to happen if we keep destroying those cameras. Imagine. Now we have flying drones that capture everywhere we go. You can't knock them down. They're too high up in the sky to shoot them with paintballs. And if you shoot it with a gun, they'll know that you fired it with all those microphones they're installing everywhere in the city to listen to your conversations. And you can shoot a drone, and then the other drones will look at you and they'll fly right at you. And they'll just say, shame, shame, and then follow you home. And then the police will be there waiting for you at your sofa, just chilling. They'll turn like a villain, turn the sofa, and then I would be waiting for you. And then as you close the door, there's a cop behind the door, hiding in that corner, and he's like, "You sir, you're arrested for the destruction of a drone and use of firearm in the sky. Unlawful discharge." Guys, I'm not gonna keep this PG-13 whatsoever, but every time I hear unlawful discharged, I think somebody is nutting out there in public. Somebody's like orgasming right now out there in the public, is having some unlawful discharges. Or maybe somebody very sick who cannot control their bowel movements. He just had an unlawful discharge. It pops in my head. It pops in my head. You know what else pops in my head? Gas-powered gasolines, stations. Let's think of some silly ideas like a gas-powered weed whacker. In order to turn it on, you need gas to put in the weed whacker, right? But then you need to put gas in your car to go get the gas for the weed whacker. That's right. That's pretty silly. That is pretty silly. Or maybe an electric weed whacker, and you gotta charge its battery, and so you get a transformer. You put gas on that transformer generator, to generate electricity for the charger to charge the battery of the weed whacker. So it's a battery powered weed whacker, but also gas powered. Battery powered by the gas power. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I think we're up to something, guys. I think we are up to something. This is the kind of thing that America does to me with this goddamn traffic 1 hour a day. What am I going to do? What am I going to do for 1 hour of traffic every single day of my life? It's wasteful. It is very wasteful. If you think about it, how many hours are we going to spend of our life just sitting in this car? Gotta make it useful. Not because I want to, but because I have to. It is my duty as a citizen to use my time wisely and effectively. Have I tried living closer? Listen to me. Do you think I have the money to live closer? Do you think I can afford living in the city that I work at? Huh? Does that sound like a thing that's possible right now? Imagine living in the city you work at. Oh my God. Imagine if teachers were able to live in the city they teach at instead of 2 cities away. 2 cities away. Imagine that. Like that's crazy, guys. We gotta be realistic here. Ain't nobody living in the city they work at. Ain't nobody doing it. If they are, they rent. And if they own, they were here 30 years ago. And that is just the law of the land. Or they get paid in the trillions compared to their peers. And then they'll waste all their money. Because God only rewards the meek. See, this is what the traffic does to me. Get kind of negative. There's no point. Kind of negative over here. Now, on my next point, itadakimasu. Dang, what is that hello in Japanese? Arigato. I forgot how you say hello in Japanese. But I know Chinese. That might do a little bit. Ni hao. Ni hao. I don't know in Japanese, but thank you, Japan. For some reason, my biggest viewership is in Japan. How? Why? I don't know. I'm not complaining. That's beautiful. I hope you guys are learning a little bit about this American driving culture with some random ideas that may not even be applicable to Japan. But I thank you. And then the other second half, it's in the U.S. Nice. Thank you, U.S. We can finally see eye to eye on what we're talking about. I have some nice supportive friends and family watching this. But well, guys, thank you very much. I will end it right there. This one will be a little bit short because I ran out of. Let's not go into details, but just say I have a limit this time for now. But thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Merck. Thank you, Japan. Thank you, everybody. Family and friends and people I don't know. We'll see each other in another episode of the Free Idea Podcast where I speak maybe about 4 ideas in 30 minutes and the rest of the 25 minutes is just me rambling about, whoa, I'm just looking at a truck that is full of trees with a super slashed front left tire. It's a very nice truck. It's a Ram Hemi or Hemler or Heimler, just right there on the road. Pretty beat up, just left, right there. Part of those trees are growing on it, just being abandoned there. Thank you very much and wish you a happy birthday.